morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name's Bernie. I'm in Melbourne, Australia. I'm part of the Card Creators Plus team alongside Tammy and Stephanie. This month is all about Easter. I wasn't sure if I was going to make an Easter card because I've got some boxes that I was showing people how to make. But anyway, I have gone ahead and made an Easter card. It is a very simple card. I'm not actually sure what it's called. It stands up like that, a bit like a back of a bridge card, and then it just folds up and fits. It's a 7x5 when it's finished, and it folds out, and you can have it, like that or a bit more like that, however you want to have it. So that's the card. It's, as I said, it's a very basic, simple card, but quite effective. So let me get started and show you how to make this one. So all the files that we create with Card Creators Plus, they're in our Facebook group, which is called Card Creators Plus. And up in the files section, all of our files that we make are all up in there. They're all free. They're all ready for you to download. We believe we're doing okay. So you need a piece of cardstock, which is 11 inches by 7 inches. So it's just one standard piece of cardstock, and then it's scored at 2.5 inches, 4 inches, 7 inches, and 8.5. So it's just 4 score lines, 2.5, 4, 7, 8.5. And that forms our card. So that's basically what our card is there. Okay, now I've used mats and layers on mine. So I've got, on this one, you can see I've got a peachy coloured mat and a layer. So it's up to you whether you want to use some mats or just go straight to layers. If you're using mats, you'll need 2 pieces of 6 7/8 by 2 3/8. So you need 2 of those. You need 1 for your middle piece, which is 6 7/8 and 2 7/8. Then we need 2 pieces that are 6 7/8 and 1 3/8. So they're all 6 7/8 for those 5 pieces. And then this is our bit that goes on the front, and this is a 5 by 3 inch piece. So when the card folds up, that's the width of the card. And then we've got a sentiment that we'll cover off in a minute. So on the front, I have some layers. Put them up the right way. So our layers, these 2 pieces of layer are 6 3/4 by 2 1/4. That's those 2. Then I have a cream piece in cardstock that I've actually already printed on Happy Easter, and the layer for this one is 6 3/4 by 2 3/4. And these 2, our layers for these 2 are 6 3/4 by 1 1/4. Then for our middle piece, we have a layer that is 4 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then we have a sentiment, and I'm going to put I've already got some sticky squares on the back that I'm going to put on top of that. That's our card. Now, I actually, Stephanie uses a lot of embossing in hers. I have an embossing machine that sits on my desk. I hardly use it, so I thought this time, and this is probably why I don't use it, this time I thought I'm going to do some embossing on the front piece. And I don't know if you can see, I've actually put the embossing folder the wrong way, so I've actually got my dots have gone down, and I thought, actually, you know what, I don't mind it like that. So this one I've done the right way. I actually did some embossing on this one as well, but this one, the dots are indented rather than raised. Okay, so let's get started on our folding. So we've got the edge of our card, and we're going to, this one is fold it up. Now I like to go through and just use my thumb to start with rather than actually use my bone folder to start with, and it's just to give just to wake up the paper, I like to refer to it as. So there's sort of basically the shape, and I'm just going to go through now and actually burnish those pieces. That's one. Now try and keep these edges as straight as you can. Use them as your guide so you can actually see where you've got to fold. Same with this one. And this one. And there is our folded card. And as you can see, when it's folded flat, those two pieces coming together at the back. And then basically from here, it's just gluing. So as you know, I like to fold glue with things as in a flattest position as possible. So just make sure that you've got all of your pieces up the right way. And here, and then our piece here as well. So that's what our card will look like, and I'm just going to glue these pieces down. Now I might actually just turn another light on in here. It just looks a little bit dark today, so just, oh, that's a little bit better. Yeah. So I've got my glue, and I'm just going to glue these in place. I've gone for a bit of a pearlized cardstock for my mat. As I said, if you're not into using mats, just go straight to the layers. And then just make sure we've got our edges straight, as straight as we can. Bring down this paper. I've printed at home, so again I've gone around the edge with the marker just to take the white or the cream look off the cardstock or paper. I've just printed on some light cardstock, but you can use paper, you can use whatever you like. Our middle piece. As I said, we've only got 5 pieces to attach to the card. And then we've got our front piece. Now this card will fit in a envelope if you have them. If you're not sure and you want to make your own envelope, I have created a video how to create your own envelope, which I'll post the link up above, and we can just check out how to create your own envelope. You might have some paper that you'd like to use. Stephanie mentioned a little while back, she had some wrapping paper that she was able to use for making an envelope. Just make sure I've got this the right way. And I like to turn things around and work as close as I can to my body so that I know things are straight. And there with 5, well, I suppose 10 pieces of paper and cardstock, we've actually got the base of our card made. So that just all folds under there. Sometimes I like to just turn it over and give those edges another burnish now that we've got the layers and mats on. Oh, that one's not very straight. It's probably too late to fix, but that's okay. There we go. And then this one now sits on here. So when you close it over, we know that that's the 5 inches. So you can line it up there. Now it will be easier to put our glue on this piece so that we know that don't go over. So I'm just going to put some glue on to make sure that we can put our middle piece on. If I line it up sort of, I know that's 7 inches, so I've got my piece and it's 3 inches wide, so let's just go with that. Just put it in place. You can use your bone folder just to make sure it's glued in position. And then here I've got a sentiment with an Easter egg basket that says, now's the time to put all your eggs in the one basket. So I've already gone ahead and put some sticky dots on the back. I'll just remove those if they're going to come up today. I might just push them down a bit. They're quite sticky, these ones. The backing, either the backing tape sticky or the actual little square dot sticky, so that should mean they'll stick quite well to the card. You could add some glue to them if you chose, but you know, I'm not going to. Then this is going to just sit on here. It's sitting up a little bit because I've got the dots. And now I printed that on there, and I printed that sentiment and then cut it out. So I actually cut another piece of the basket, and I'm going to put that on top. Not sure about everywhere else, but in Australia it's not a huge thing to give Easter cards, but I will give these to some family. It's just not something that we do. We generally do birthdays, Christmas, things like that, special occasions, but probably not so much Easter, or certainly in my circle of friends and family, we're not big on Easter cards. So, but some of my family are going to get this card this time. So there we go. So there's our second. So I've got 2 cards to give to family. So as you can see, it just folds under, and then when it's on display, it can, it can go like that. It can come all the way out if someone wants to choose to have it all the way out. And there's that one. And there's that one. So there's our 2 Easter cards. As I said, it's a really quick, simple card to come together. It could also be a birthday card, Merry Christmas. Just change the sentiment up, change the paper, and you've got a really simple card that took us, minutes to make. So the most part was taken up in doing the, laying the glue on the mats and layers and putting it on the card. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. Hopefully you'll, be inspired to make something. Would love to see what you make. Feel free to add anything to the channel on our Facebook group. If there's any help that you need, reach out. Like I said, this file will be in the files section of our group. More than welcome to use the file for whatever you like. But that's it. Speak to you next time. If you like it, please give us a like. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to create something every week for the channel. Through Easter, we're going to probably have a couple of extra things in there, some cards, some boxes, some other little things that people might use at Easter time. So thanks very much for watching, and take care and happy crafting. Bye for now.